From false reports of hijab yanking to random swastikas all over the place, there seems to have been a rise in demand for victimhood, as evidenced by the amount of people faking hate crimes. Joining this group of wannabe victims is a woman from Virginia who claims that she was bullied by a racist police officer. Let's get right into this.
And I just was threatened by this police officer, and I want all of my African Americans and people of color that are out there are going to know exactly what I'm talking about, and I want to get a check-in on our people. But I'm on this route called 58 West. It's right off in between Virginia as you go to Richmond. It's a cut through between Norfolk and Richmond, and I have had a traumatic experience.
Oh, have you now?
And I want the people who are not African American, who know me, to really get where we're coming from. Every time, when I saw the police pull up behind me, the state trooper...
This is one repeated issue with her argument. She keeps relying on the proof by assertion fallacy, and I'll get more into that in a bit.
The man threatens to pull me out of the car. We shouldn't be afraid to drive and get pulled over by the police.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Throughout the recording, she repeatedly asserts that she's fearing for her life, and therefore that fear is automatically justified.
He said, well, you'll need to sign this ticket. And I said, why would I need to sign the ticket? I don't agree with, and this is just something that I said, I won't be signing the ticket, but I'll take the ticket. He said, no, you'll need to sign the ticket. I said, I don't agree. I didn't see a sign.
This is another bizarre part about this little rant. The reason why she was in trouble for a bit was she refused to sign the traffic ticket the cop gave her. She claims that it's somehow a violation of her rights to force her to do so. I decided to look into this, and while you technically are legally allowed to refuse to sign a ticket, the law states that this means the cop is within the right to place you under arrest. The idea is that by signing the ticket, you're acknowledging that you've been accused and are agreeing to meet in court. But if you don't do that, then the only course of action that can be taken is you being taken into custody while awaiting the trial. I frankly don't understand why she so vehemently objects to the idea of just signing the ticket.
I'll abide by the ticket, but I'm not gonna put my signature on that ticket.
Literally all signing the ticket means is that you're going to abide by the ticket. She then goes on to bring up historical injustices to somehow prove her point, I guess?
This is where we got lynched. This is where we got lynched. This is where even in today's day, even Freddie Gray, we can be in Baltimore. You don't have to be in a rural area.
Yeah, most violent acts tend to happen in the city, actually.
I was literally afraid that he was going to pull me out of the car, impound my car, and I'd be Sandra Bland.
This is another bizarre thing she does. She keeps comparing her situation to that of Sandra Bland's, which of course makes no sense. The way she describes it, it sounds like what she's talking about is being murdered, but Sandra Bland committed suicide. But for some reason she refers to Sandra Bland as though she was killed.
Now why do any of my white friends know me ever? Do anybody ever feel like that when they get pulled over? Are they afraid that they're never going to come home or see anybody else? If they don't, because the police are at the door saying, I'm gonna pull you out of the car. Does anybody, why do only African Americans and people of color know what I'm going through right now?
Because whites aren't bombarded with misinformation suggesting that cops are going around shooting them to death for no reason? This reasoning is circular. How do we know cops are dangerous racists? Because people of color say so. And how do we know the people of color are right? Because cops are dangerous and racist.
And pulling you out of the car seems small in general if you're not African American. Pulling you out of the car doesn't seem like a big deal. But when you're African American, you get pulled out of the car, you get shot, or you get tased, or you get Sandra Bland if you're a woman.
Okay, so first off, the notion that whites don't get killed by cops is objectively wrong. Whites are killed twice as often as blacks by police. And secondly, police killings of black women are extremely low. Over the past 3 years, we've had an average of 10 black women killed a year. Given that black women make up 23.5 million of the population in 2013, the odds of you actually being killed by cops are astronomically low. Ironically enough, you're far more likely to get killed in a car accident, which is precisely why the officer in question gave you a ticket for speeding.
somebody can threaten to pull you out of the car, just because I didn't want to sign the ticket. You can threaten to pull me out of the car. That is racist.
How is it racist? That's the law. Whites can be put under arrest if they refuse to sign traffic tickets too. Honestly, how can you proclaim that this is somehow racist?
I try to keep it positive on Facebook and encouraging, but I just was bullied by a racist cop.
So now she's not even claiming that the cop might have been racist. She's suggesting that she knows, for certain, that the cop was racist. Give me a break. Now some of you might be saying, Brad, you don't know what this woman went through. Maybe the cop was genuinely hard on her. Well, we actually have body camera footage available.
It is a traffic summons for Brunswick County General
It's a traffic summons?
Yes, for Brunswick County General District Traffic Court. Your court date is going to be June the 6th at 10:30 for the 70 and a 55 mile per hour zone.
70 and a 65, or 60 and a some kind of small difference.
Yeah, only a 15 miles per hour difference.
What you're signing here is a promise to either come to court or a promise to prepay. It's not an admission of guilt. It's only a promise to me that you're going to get it taken care of by either coming to court or prepaying it. If you refuse to sign the summons at this point, I'm going to have to get you outside of the police car, outside of this car. I'm going to place you under arrest and take you in front of the magistrate. I will get your vehicle towed and go from there. So, yes, ma'am, you do not have a choice. You have...
On the phone.
I don't care about that. You do not have a... I don't care who's on the phone. I'm talking to you right now. You do not have a choice but to sign the summons. So once again, you're signing right there. So thank you. I knew you were going to sign it. Thank you very much.
So he might have gotten a tad aggressive there, but I think this sums the whole situation up. The officer told her specifically why she needed to sign the ticket. She also claimed that he threatened to grab her out of the car and wouldn't let her get out by herself.
Why would you have to pull me out of the car? I never said I wouldn't have stepped out of the car willingly.
But the officer says he'd have to get her out of the car, which doesn't necessarily imply that he wouldn't allow her to get out willingly. So yeah, the officer did nothing wrong and this woman is clearly no victim in this circumstance. No, I'm not certain what this woman's motive in this situation was. Given the way she was acting after the officer pulled her over, she didn't seem scared of him at that point. Personally, I think she might have genuinely felt threatened but blown the situation up in her own head. There might even be some mental health problems going on there. In any case though, this desperate thirst for victimhood needs to stop. If it weren't for the police department releasing the body camera footage, all we'd have is this woman's word. And she, as well as many on the left, will insist that her account of what happened is all the evidence we need. As unfortunate as it is, I don't think we can afford to simply take the words of alleged victims at this point. We've seen too many situations exaggerated or outright lied about, to the point where we should only accept accusations of racism when they're substantiated by evidence. Now, am I saying that police brutality is no issue at all? Of course not. It very clearly exists and it is a genuine problem. But it's nowhere near this epidemic that's constantly being made out to be. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.